Me, you don't understand. Like my fucked up thing. Like if I get to the point where I'm fucked up, cooking, I will pour that shit out every day. I don't give a fuck. That's why I keep looking at him. I'm like, why are you dragging this kitchen? Why is it this kitchen that you're dragging? Because Jennifer is in the kitchen, not alone on the drag it. The same way you say you like cleaning, it's therapeutic for you. I like cooking, it's therapeutic for me. So I hope people are around me because whatever I see, I'm throwing at this fucking head.
We've all heard the two sides of the story. We've heard Khosi's part of the story. We've heard Nana's part of the story. Now the question is, what exactly is Jennio's side to the story? How exactly did Jennio get involved in all of that fight that happened last night? How did she become one of the principal characters or actors in that explosive altercation that ensued last night between Khosi and Nana? What was her own issue in the whole matter? Why did she carry the matter on her head? Why was she vibrating more than the key characters involved? Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to be telling you all about it on this particular episode of Frankly Speaking with BBNaija, because that's the main question that a lot of people have been asking. Yes, and on the few occasions that Jennio had conversations with some of the housemates last night, you could tell that every explanation she was giving, nothing led directly to Khosi. It was all led directly at Miracle, and so she had to go through Khosi to get through at Miracle. So we're going to talk about all of that on this video, and as usual, I would love to know your thoughts about everything we're going to discuss in the comments section below. And quick reminder, tomorrow is Wednesday. Please come through by 7 p.m. WAT as we will be converging here for our FSWG YouTube live stream. Ladies and gentlemen, there's a lot to unpack. There's a lot to analyze. There's a lot to dissect, and I would love to interact with all of you amazing people. So please make it a date with us tomorrow evening. Do not miss out. You totally do not want to miss out. And yes, you are all specially welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is BBNaija. This is Frankly Speaking with Glory, and I am the girl with the tea. To those of you that are newly subscribed here, you're especially welcome to joining the family. Thank you so much to adding and increasing the numbers of this tribe, of this community. You are really appreciated. To those of you that are returning subscribers, returning viewers, you are especially welcome back. If you are just a viewer and you are yet to officially subscribe, please just go ahead and do exactly what you see on your screen. It's quite easy. It is absolutely free. You do not pay to subscribe on YouTube, all right? So please just go ahead and do just that, all right? So that you'll be able to receive alerts of my videos whenever I upload a new one. Now, all of that said, let's quickly continue with the conversation, or should we? Let's begin. Yes, let's quickly begin with the conversation of this video. So first off, I want us to understand that the fight of yesterday did not just happen out of thin air.
See, Miracle, you woman, I'll finish you.
It didn't just erupt like that, out of the blues. No, it's a build-up of the grudges that have been piling up between the parties involved. The beef between Nana and Khosi, we've actually touched upon it briefly on previous videos that I have done. I think there was some time last week, but let's look at tomorrow during our live stream. We're going to talk extensively about the details of that beef, because it's actually a lot from different angles, yes. But for Miracle and Jennio, the beef is all about kitchen monopoly, and it started only just last week. Yes, so if you all recall, I had done a video telling you all about the paired housemates first couples diary session, yeah, where JP and Luke had ranted vehemently about how they felt Jennio was very, very disrespectful, condescending, how she was always shutting down people in the house when they have meetings or gatherings to deliberate on their task. Now, they were not the only people that had actually complained on that day. Miracle and Khosi had also complained, because it had actually happened that before they were called in for their diary session, an episode had happened between Jennio and JP. And now, whilst JP was complaining and choosing not to do anything about it, Miracle, who of course will not sit down and watch how things like that happened without anybody lifting a finger, had decided that no, he was going to be the one to put a stop to all of the bullshit. He had taken it upon himself to become Jennio's attitude checker. Now, Jennio, on the other hand, does not really know how to take the heat, although she knows how to give the heat. Yes, she does not know how to take it when she's shut down or shut up, the way she has been doing to the rest of the house. And so from last week, Miracle had been giving it to her back to back. Like, it wasn't like it was actually confrontational, but the way he was doing it, that was the first time. Because the other housemates, they had been enabling Jennio right from the get-go. Yes. And so because of that, that kind of empowered her to think that, okay, she was actually feared in the house. And from the look of things, it really proved that she really wanted to be feared. Not really about the regard now, but she really wanted to be feared. So Miracle rebelling against her control, her mental control over the rest of the housemates came as a surprise to her. It kind of shook her off her confident state that she had been. And so it made her to start reacting. Now, Miracle was not outrightly attacking her, whether verbally or otherwise. But there were certain things that Miracle would do, you know, to contend with or contest her control. Hence the reason she started sort of overreacting and ranting sometimes to both Big Brother and her partner Melly. Now, yesterday, I think it was during the hour Big Brother had given to the housemates to deliberate on their nomination choices, she had been making threats, right? She had been angrily venting and making threats that the next time, oh, Miracle throws a jab at her, that she's going to attack him. Yes, that, oh, earlier in the day, Miracle had told her to stop cooking. That why would Miracle try to dictate to her what to do in the kitchen? You know, that everybody in the house knows that the kitchen is her spot. That everybody in the house knows that cooking for her is therapeutic. So why would Miracle, out of the blues, just want to come and put an end to all of that? Now, those are the things she was complaining about. And guys, it was quite funny that her partner Melly already knows that that is a strategy. He had actually revealed that to Blue Aiva in week 2. But he is not attacking Jennio for it because as at the time he found out, as at the time he watched her closely and discovered that Big Brother had already done the pairing. So he knew at that point in time that if he was to react to that, it was going to also affect his game. Because remember, in Biggie's house, whatever your partner gets as a prize, a reward, or a punishment, it also falls back on the other partner in the team. And so he's not saying anything. So yesterday, you could tell from his countenance that he knew that Jennio was lying about what she said or she was in the wrong, but he could not do anything about it. Instead, he was trying to pacify her, you know, and trying to remind her that, listen, if you do anything irrational, it's going to definitely fall back on me. But make sure you use your words when you want to, you know, get it out of your system. And that was how we saw the fights that happened yesterday. Now, talking about the whole kitchen saga, before we get into how Jennio got involved in the fight.
If she's cooking, let her cook in peace and love.
I think Jenny complains about
No complaining, because it can
This
from
is
like
Big
forcing you.
Brother
Somebody is forcing you.
Reports.
I understand.
Now, thankfully, that episode between Jennio and Miracle happened in the presence of witnesses. Olivia was there. I think Yvonne was also there. They heard what happened. So it turns out that Miracle did not outrightly cancel Jennio from cooking in the kitchen. No. So apparently, every time Miracle cooks something, Jennio would attack it. She would throw in a sly remark, or she would actually just outrightly just blast it and, you know, try to create the impression that it did not taste as good as hers. Yes. And also there was the issue of, oh, whenever Jennio was cooking, she would be complaining bitterly, you know, making it look like the whole house was punishing her to cook, making it look like they were actually stressing her out or suffering her. She would continue complaining and complaining and complaining. And then when it was time to dish out the meal to people, she was rude and disrespectful about it. Olivia, Yvonne, they attested to that as facts. Yes.
Finally got angry.
Yeah, I saw your face.
Finally got angry.
I saw your
Something happened
face.
here and I wasn't
That's
happy.
even what she said to Olivia is what motivated me to say I'll cook.
What did she say to you?
She was like, Olivia, see your plate, I've seen your plate, I've seen your plate. How far now?
Olivia especially had an experience with her, and she said ever since then she was scared to ask Jennio for food. Now guys, I'm sure this is sounding very familiar to you already, but let's continue for a bit and then we'll digress for a bit to explain how familiar that is, because we've definitely seen something like that before on Big Brother Naija. So Miracle, according to him, had seen all of these things. I felt like, okay, fine. Since you are claiming that cooking is therapeutic to you, since you are claiming that you enjoy cooking, why are you complaining? Why are you being disrespectful to people? Why are you giving, this grudgy countenance like the whole house is suffering you, unprovoked? So he decided, okay, fine, don't cook anymore. We will take care of it so that you can rest. Although we know that Miracle has an agenda to that, but he did not make his statement in a very derogatory manner according to the witnesses that were there. Yes. Now, prior to Miracle making that statement, he too had also had a first-hand, disrespectful experience with Jennio. According to him, Jennio had prepared food. I think that was sometime last week. And the way she was going to serve the food, it was very disrespectful. And he had said he was not going to eat the food. So he had said that he was going to cook okra soup. He was going to prepare his own soup. Now, this week, Jennio was saying that, she was going to be the one to cook the soup. I think that was yesterday. So he said, no, he was going to be the one to cook the soup because he had been saying it since last week that he wanted to cook the soup. So guys, it was the whole issue about kitchen monopoly. For Jennio, that kitchen is a strategy. Why? Because there's been people on Big Brother Naija that had actually used it before and it had actually worked for them, i.e. White Money. White Money used kitchen monopoly to the fullest and to the best of his knowledge, and it worked excellently well for him, making him emerge the winner of that season of Big Brother Naija. That's the Shine Your Eyes season. Now, from what I'm seeing Jennio display, from the complaints that some of the housemates have been making, it seems as though she's not really playing this strategy properly. Because there was a person from Big Brother Naija as well that also tried using the same strategy. That was Katrina. Katrina wanted to use kitchen monopoly, but guess what? The exact same thing that Jennio is doing right now was what Katrina was doing. Katrina used to be disrespectful to all the housemates. She used to pick people that she would give the bigger portion of the meat and the bigger portion of the fish. She was very, very selective. She was literally babying all the housemates. She was kind of punishing them. Like if they did something to upset her, she would tell them, I'm not going to give you meat in your food, or I'm not going to give you fish in your food. And that did not sit well with most of the housemates, yes. So for all of them, there's no way you're going to handle this kitchen if you're going to be punishing us with the fact that you are the one cooking. It's not going to work. And so she was evicted and everybody started cooking for themselves in the house. But White Money came in the next season and perfected Katrina's strategy. He was not disrespectful. In fact, he was very humble about it. He did it with so much joy, with so much courtesy, with so much humility, to the point that even Pere, that tried doing what Miracle is currently doing, right, but in a very, very autocratic manner, was showered with so much love by White Money. Whenever Pere attacked White Money would make sure he piled up Pere's plate of food with enough meat, with enough of everything that he was cooking. He would make sure that Pere fed very well, even more than the rest of the house. So that was how White Money was able to buy into the emotional banks, into the affections of not only the housemates, but also the viewing public. He became a yardstick for a lot of wives, a lot of girlfriends, a lot of women that came onto my platform. We talk about, how they used to compare White Money with their husbands, and their husbands had to start learning how to be domesticated just like White Money. Having said all of that, one would think that Jennio would take a cue from the past mistakes of her senior colleagues and learn from the perfection of a strategy of her senior colleagues still. But no, she clearly does not really understand how to play that strategy to perfection. And so last night, the fight for her was just an opportunity to attack Miracle. She had been looking for that chance. She had not seen it. And so she had to use Nana's situation with Khosi last night, all in the name of, Nana is my friend. I'm trying to protect my friend. So she inherited that beef, carried the fight on her head, and decided to fight both Miracle and Khosi. Now, Miracle said that she actually said a lot of derogatory things at him. That, for instance, Miracle, you think because hanging around Khosi is going to get you the pom-pom. You're not going to get the pom-pom. She's not going to give it to you. And he said she said a lot, although we did not hear it. We did not see it. So hopefully Big Brother gets to play the tape, maybe whenever the punishment is about to come out, to be meted out on the warring parties. But in conclusion, ladies and gentlemen, I'll say this again. Jennio had no business in that fight. She only found an opportunity to transfer aggression, yes, to take a jab at Miracle and Khosi. She has an issue with Khosi. Guys, we're going to have to talk about that during our live stream tomorrow. Yes, I'm going to explain that one more in details, but she just found an opportunity to do what she wanted to do, and then she took it. Yes, so I'm saying that yes, even though Miracle and Khosi ends up getting a strike, Nana and Jennio should also get a warning or a strike as well for provocation. I don't know what Biggie thinks about that, but we'll have to keep our fingers crossed and see how that works out. So in the meantime, I would love to know your thoughts about this conversation in the comment section below. As I see you guys on another video soon. Have an amazing day. Bye.